T7M Radio brings to you Crosswords with 7 Mitchell.
If you fuck with battle rap, make sure y'all subscribe to the T7M Radio channel. We definitely appreciate it. And also hit that bell notification so y'all can stay in the loop to everything that we got going on here when we talking about this thing we love called battle rap. T7M Radio, man, it's 7 Mitchell, man. We locked in, joining us back with us from Toronto. We got Miss Black Pearl, the homie, Mr. Mumbles, and from Alpha League Entertainment, we got Miss Promoter, Miss Denise Phelps joining us. What's going on, y'all?
What up?
Oh, man, salute.
I'm so excited.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I forget sometimes. Like, I'm so into the 20 great teen on a new flex that I kind of forget that it's just starting. Like, I'm focused and I'm ready for the year to go ahead and get shit on and popping. So I'm really excited for what this year has to offer.
That's
as far
facts.
as battle rap.
That's facts. Plus last year, you know, the last time we spoke, I think it was late January in preparation for the Queen of the Ring tournament. That was the last time we had you on the show. So it's been a minute.
Yes, it has. Definitely. It's been a while, but I'm definitely glad to be back on, chopping it up with you.
I appreciate it, man. Y'all got some history. It's going down February 17th, man. Alpha League Valentine's Day Massacre. I see you and Mr. Mumbles locked in with a 2-on-2 event, man. We're going to talk about it, man. It's crazy.
That shit is fire, man. I'm so excited for this card. I'm so excited for it.
Word. Well, I want to go back, man, to get started. Like I said, Miss Black Pearl, we had you on last year in preparation of the Queen of the Ring tournament, the Winter Wars tournament. How was it? Because we really didn't get a chance to speak to you since. Like, how was that experience, you know, doing that Queen of the Ring circuit and everything, in your opinion? How was that feel for you?
It was definitely an experience. Like, memories were made. I met some really awesome people. I got to make a lot of interesting battle rap connections and get to meet some people live that I had seen them battle or watch their videos, and getting to see them live. I got to meet Babs and Zebo and Big and everybody. So that was lit. And honestly, it was an interesting experience because I was so new to battle rap at that point. Like, it in itself, me having that opportunity in itself was huge because I was so new and I was so fresh and still learning. I mean, I'm still learning now, but back then, like, I was just hungry. I just wanted to learn and just see and experience as much as I could. And with that event, like, it was definitely a test for me writing without knowing who my opponent was, because that's the way the sparring session was set up. And so it was definitely a challenge to my pen to prepare for without knowing and being able to research. I kind of did a little bit of research on all the girls and tried to incorporate a little something for everybody in my bars.
Right.
So that was definitely a different sort of approach to my writing than I was used to at that time. Right. Since then, having to write more generic bars that I could basically fire off at anybody. Since then, I've used that technique more in my writing to help broaden it. So it's not just, okay, everything I'm saying is specifically personal, targeted for my opponent. I can use some more generic punches that'll still be effective. So that definitely helped me in advancing my pen since then.
Now, do you personally like having to dumb it down for the streets? Because I always thought your wordplay was crazy, but does it bother you that you have to simplify things when it comes to writing?
This was something we kind of talked about last time, because you were talking about my wordplay and stuff, and certain things like what people will react to and not react to, and that's another thing that I feel like I've developed over the year as well. I kind of figured out more so my lane and what works for me in battle rap, but also what people like. So I want to cater to the crowd and the audience because I want them to enjoy my performance, but I also want it to be an authentic reflection of me, and I want it to be true to myself. So I feel like I try to stay as true to myself as possible. I try to stay in where I'm comfortable in my wheelhouse, but I also try to push my limits and come from different angles and incorporate different wordplay and different things that will make me stand out, but will still go over well with the audience.
Right. Okay. I can get with it. Now, Mr. Mumbles, my man. This is my guy.
Yo, what up?
Salute, bro. Now, I got to ask you, because outside of being an artist, of course, you hands-on with Miss Black Pearl's career. Like, how hard is that for you to kind of balance that by you being an artist yourself? Has that been real tough for you, you know, over this past year since we spoke?
It can be, because at some point you have to decide what's going to take priority and what career, you know,
right.
You know, who you're going to take priority and like where my mind state's going to go on and stuff like that. And then on booking stuff while writing my own battles and everything. So it's a lot of time management and everything like that. But it's what I love to do. So, you know, it's not really much work.
Facts. Well, I want to fast forward, man, because we got to get into the future, man. February 17th, like I said, it's going down. Alpha League presents Valentine's Day Massacre. Y'all got a 2-on-2. Is this your first 2-on-2 project?
Yes, and actually we have a little bit of a spoiler alert. It's actually going to be a 2 versus 1.
Ooh.
We're going up against Gambit by himself.
Now,
the person that he was supposed to battle is
missing in action, currently getting lambasted in a battle rap group on Facebook as we speak. I've been trolling her a little bit today, so
okay. Well, check this out.
She's getting a little upset with me at the moment.
Before we get into the 2-on-1,
didn't want to stand up there. She was the smarter one of the two, and realized she didn't want to stand up there, so she backed out already.
Wow.
She knew what was coming.
Now, what's her name?
AV.
AV? Okay.
Also known as acidic vagina.
Hey. She from Michigan?
Yeah.
All right. Well, before we get into y'all battle, Denise, you know, talk to me, man. This event looks bananas. $10 and got 8 to 10 dope battles, performances, giveaways. How excited are you for this event, and what can the streets be looking forward to on the 17th? Oh, Denise probably made that pizza run. Yeah.
Well, you know what? I was on this event. This is some, you know, after doing it where, like, one thing about this event, like, unlike most events, there's more than one female on this card. They got, you know, 2 other female battles on the card, you know. Unique Bars versus Ace Boogie. You know, people, you know, if you follow female battle rap, you know who Unique Bars is and stuff like that. And then you got Bad Life Bird going against Midas and stuff like that. I actually, because I seen her on the card, I actually checked one of Midas's battles because she's new, and that girl's fire. She's actually fire.
And you know, I haven't even seen I haven't seen Midas's battles yet, so this is going to be really interesting for me to see what she does against Bird, because I'm not a fan of Bird. She's alpha, but I'm not a fan of her at all. So that's definitely going to be an awesome battle.
Yeah. If Midas does what I've seen on the last battle, the battle that she could, I'd asked her to show me a battle, and she posted the battle, and I checked it.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy the battle, because it will be a bad day for Bird if
It's going to be a bad life for bad life.
It's going to be a bad life, right?
Now I'm looking at Maida. She's from Tennessee, right?
Yeah.
I see Ohio on the card. I see, of course, Michigan. I see Tennessee. Of course, we got Canada. This is a great look that is, a lot of diverse artists from different areas locked in.
Definitely. That's something that Alpha definitely prides itself in, is definitely that diverse aspect of things, because we definitely want to provide that competition that's not just the local competition, but the outside competition, so they can get a feel of like all the different types of audiences and competition that's out there, because you can battle everybody in your backyard and get the same stuff over and over again, but to have something from the outside and bring it in, that's different. Or to go outside of the area, that's different also. That's just something that we love at Alpha.
That's fire.
Follow us at everything Alpha League 313.
Now tell me about the Earn Your Stripes battle. Is this a new situation with Alpha League, or is this something that you always do? Can you kind of explain what Earn Your Stripes is about?
Well, the Earn Your Stripes is something that we've been doing to basically try out to see if you can make Alpha, if you have what it takes in order to be an Alpha League battler. Okay. We used to do the actual events, but now we're kind of incorporating them into our regular events, because it just goes a little bit better that way. You don't really know. This is kind of different that they actually know who they're battling, because usually you don't know who you are battling. So the fact that we actually have their opponents is awesome, so they can actually kind of write for them, but they usually don't have any type of footage. It's usually their first battle, so you're not going to expect the best, but when you do have the best, it's kind of awesome. Like the past two winners, Big Glow was the second season winner, I guess you can call it season, and then the first season winner was TP, and they're both killers right now. They're both killers. It's amazing. But then we had a lot of people who didn't earn their stripes, and they still are trying to earn their stripes. So, I mean, I love it. It's one of my favorite series that we have, actually.
Now, I want your opinion as well and about this, because battle rap media, especially popular-wise, can be kind of biased as far as what they touch, when they touch it. Do you have a concern that the Midwest is not getting enough, media presence? And what would it take, I guess, maybe for the Midwest to create their own media presence? What do you think about that?
I think that the Midwest media presence. Follow me on everything Happy Yellow Chick with one Y, even Xbox One, by the way, and check out my website, happyyellowchick.com as well. But no, seriously, I am partnered with Russ. I'm not sure if you know Russell Rayborn from Rush Radio Network, and I actually have a show that I do every Tuesday called Blow Up Rap Radio, which focuses around the Midwest movement of battle rap, and we focus on not just battle rap, but the underground scene as a whole, with beat battles and rap battles that are on the air as well. We have media coverage, and KOTD fucks with, am I allowed to say the F word on your guys' show?
Absolutely. Well, we unfiltered. Okay. We talking nothing but shit over here.
But like KOTD fucks with Detroit heavy. Like we're on Glove Up 4 coming now, which is basically their GZ event that they give Michigan opportunity to basically shine on the GZ stage. So they definitely, the Michigan, like Midwest, not just Michigan, but Midwest as a whole, they definitely have that look. Right. It's just a matter of stepping up your game and being in the running for those opportunities, and not focusing so much on the other brand that's not going to drop your shit for a year and a half.
Talk that shit. Well, let's get into this 2-on-1, man. What y'all got for Gambit? First of all, when y'all found out that it's now a 2-on-1, what was where y'all mindset at now?
Oh man, that was the day.
I'll be honest, we were upset just from a standpoint of preparation wise, because we tried to divide up our efforts, like what we wrote separately, what we sat down and wrote together, what we discussed, what we planned out, where we divided up who was going to say what. and how it was going to be performed.
And we had everything done.
We had it ready. And so to have to go back at this point, like we're a week before the event, to go back at this point and have to adjust things. I mean, I think at this point we're going to continue the trend of what we already had, but just adjust it accordingly and come with lots of fire.
Mm-hmm. Now, Mumbles, is this a time thing for y'all, or do y'all plan on really taking this, two-man tandem to another level if the opportunities present themselves?
Yo, it all depends on the opportunity. If any intergender team out there thinks that they can deal with us, come. It's united front to the death.
Oh, talk that shit.
Yo, I love it. I love it.
For the record, we've been booked for more than 2 versus 2, but somehow the cards have fallen through. So this is something always happens, and so this is the first one. This is the first one that we're like is actually going to happen, even though it's not 2 versus 2. It's still us performing and battling together. And trust me, we're bringing some fire and some performance and some delivery. And
let's not count Gambit out and make it seem as if it's a handicap match either, because Gambit is a Michigan veteran at this point. He's just, Gambit is amazing. And that's not just me saying that because I'm not even sure if he's alpha or not, to be honest, but I do know that we've had our issues in the past with each other too. So I'm not just wave riding.
Honestly, this benefits Gambit, because now all he needs to do is write what he wants to write.
He's
and
gonna
him
do that
by
anyway.
himself,
Let's be real.
He just needs to spit his rhyme. He doesn't have to worry about chemistry, because that's the thing. That's the thing I was saying. The thing about it is you might be able to write something better and write something nice. But Gambit and AV, we're not going to have the chemistry to work together like me and the Black Pearl.
Well, let me ask you this, Mumbles, because not to say that y'all are visitors or nothing like that, but y'all don't feel more pressure by this kind of being a home game for Gambit, even though it's y'all kind of outnumber him?
So let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Alpha is home to us at this point. This is gonna be like we fucked with Alpha hard.
He's visiting. He's got to go to the visiting locker room.
Okay.
He's got to go to the visiting locker room.
I was disrespectful. My bad.
And he's got to go to the visiting locker room. Real niggas say alpha.
Alpha.
You can't say that.
And we do have to touch on something. Phil and I, Mumbles and I, actually are working on something right now. Can't talk too much about it, but we're bringing something to the table with Alpha, a new division called Alpha North. Okay. And we basically want to, what Denise was talking about before, as far as stepping outside of your local area to be able to integrate outside talent or get people in front of outside audiences that they normally wouldn't see. That's the kind of thing we're trying to do with Alpha, but more so on the Canadian side.
Right.
Gotcha.
Cover all bases, build that brand. It's all about branding.
Now I see Ace Boogie versus Unique Boss. That's gonna be so cool.
That is actually not happening.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
From my understanding, that's not happening. The last time I checked on it, and because I'm not sure if you guys know who Mike Phenom is. That's one of my good friends. He had literally sent me a message, and he was like, "Yo, my girl Unique, she's coming up there. Look out for her." I'm like, "Okay, definitely. I'll take care of her. No big deal." And then literally 20 minutes later, I see a post in our group, and it's like, "Anybody got rounds for Ace Boogie?" I was like, "Well, wow. Damn, Daniel." So yeah, I think that Unique actually pulled out on that, which that kind of sucks because I hate that. Once your name is on that card and that flyer is released, you need to make it happen. You knew about it. I don't care if it's work or life or whatever the fuck is happening. You make it happen.
That's right. That's facts. Now tell me this. Outside of the usual suspects that we've already talked about, Miss Black Pearl, Mr. Mumbles, Gambit, give me, no one needs to be overlooked, but give me a couple names from the card that the streets really need to be looking out for, Denise.
Polo Row and Gully Gangland is probably going to be one of the best battles of the night. The bars that are going to be coming, the punches, the fucking aggression, the performance, the everything. It's just going to be fucking fireworks. It's going to be fireworks. Polo Row is just making his Alpha re-debut. I don't think he's really battled on Alpha in about 2 years. He's done some side stuff with some other leagues, not so popular leagues that nobody really pays attention to, which really sucks because it just really sucks because they should be a part of the whole movement because they're literally in our own backyard. There's no reason for them not to be part of what we're doing. But he's done some battles outside of that, but it's going to be his first on the Alpha stage in about 2 years. So I'm really, really excited for his return. Gully is fresh off of his battle with 100 Shot Frenchie. With Glove Up, and it's just going to be awesome. That's going to be awesome. Also, Vicious Inc. and AP, they are awesome. It's just a fucking good card, you guys.
Talk that shit, man.
It's a fucking good card.
It's not a whole lot. That's right. It's not a whole lot to talk about.
It is. Fucking Top Gun of Butter versus TP. He's the Earn Your Stripes Season 1 winner. So, like, the fact that him and Butter are going against each other and, like, actually on this card is amazing for both of them. Like, it's awesome. This fucking card is amazing. You guys should come down.
Well, it's going down, y'all, Saturday, February 17th, man. Alpha League Valentine's Day Massacre. Doors open at 9 p.m.?
9 p.m., definitely. And there will be food served there and Alpha Juice. Alpha Juice will be served.
Wow.
I'm kind of excited for the Alpha Juice stuff.
Alpha Juice is life.
Now,
God, it is life.
Yo, Seven.
What up, G?
We didn't get it mixed down yet, but I'm letting you know. We're going to be sending you some new music very soon.
You just read my mind, Mumbles. You just read my mind because I've always felt, well, I mean, it's just the fact that, you know, Miss Black Pearl is an artist. It's always been more than battle rap from the start. And I wanted to ask you what type of projects that you guys were possibly working on for 2018 when it came from the music side. So I'm glad you about to kind of jump into that.
So I was working on something that was actually supposed to be completed in the summer and released last year. And I suffered an injury that threw a monkey wrench in everything. And so timelines got pushed back, but it's 2018. We're starting things fresh and new. And so, yeah, coming with some fire that we're going to drop in the next week or so.
Yeah, man. I literally, was it yesterday? Yesterday I was just in the studio doing a track and stuff like that. So that's going to be done very soon. And I've got a few more stuff in the works. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of music coming from us, United Front, there's going to be a lot of stuff coming from us, man. There's a few battles that we're going to be booking and stuff like that, and
that's why I refer to it as 2018, because the year's already off to a great start, and it's just going to keep continuing with that momentum.
Oh, my God, that positivity. I love it. I love it. It makes me so sick, but I love it because I'm just as positive as you are. That's what they call me, Happy Yellow Chick. I love it.
All day.
Let me ask y'all, what's your thoughts on coming off of the RBE event with the situation with JIMZ and GOODZ? What's your thoughts about violence in battle rap? Is things getting a little bit too out of hand, or is it that this is where we come from and it is what it is?
I just made a post about that this morning, too.
My thing about it is that I come from the time when, like, that's what could happen. It was just battle rap. But we're in a stage now where we have sponsors and we're inside venues and we have
social media.
We have social media. We have a lot of money. We have like expensive equipment that's surrounded a lot of these times when these fights break out. You'll find that whoever the editor is complaining that something in his equipment, a light or something, got broken. These, like, there's a lot of money into it now. This is a profession. We're not just rapping on the street. This is a job. That's like being in a call center. You and a guy start fisting up. Right. You can't do that anymore. Right.
I think that definitely it was a bitch-ass move on GOODZ. It was a pussy move on GOODZ' end because he definitely should not have done that. The violence does not need to exist. You need to fight with your words. That's what battle rap is about. You're supposed to be able to express yourself through your words, through your art, and through your performance.
Got bars like that. GOODZ still got bars like that. He had to fight.
Right.
Now, let me ask y'all this. I'll take it to another level.
Punch verbally, folks. Punch verbally.
Punch verbally.
Right. It's that K-Shine effect. When you know that you're about to lose or you're losing or somebody intimidates you, you got to pop off and slap them in the face.
Now, when it comes to penalizing, if an artist apologizes, what should that define the penalty?
I want to touch on this for a couple reasons. One, first of all, I think there's a pressure on battlers because we're expected to come from an aggressive, hard place. If you get pushed in a situation, you're expected to pop off because then at that point, people are doubting your credibility. And so then it's a point of, are you backing up your talk? And I'm going to use a specific example because after my Montreal battle, I got to meet somebody at that battle who I had mentioned in my debut on Beast Mode. So I had made a reference. My opponent, Snow White, is from Montreal. Shout out to Snow White on the block. And I was in Montreal battling Lucinda and met Lopeschi at the event. Now, if you're familiar with Lopeschi from a Daylight battle where Ball Sweat was wiped on his face. And I've seen horrible comments about his reaction or lack thereof and what people's perception was of him for that. But at the end of the day, King of the Dot is a platform. King of the Dot has contracts. King of the Dot has sponsors. King of the Dot has liability and responsibility that they have to consider. So with whatever contracts are signed between battlers and King of the Dot, that has to be taken into consideration in those situations. Daylight was wrong, regardless of how you look at it, but was Lopeschi really wrong for not doing anything and not risking whatever the terms of the contract are?
No,
you have to think about exactly. So here's my thing: if he had fired off at Daylight right then and there, and a big brawl broke out, and the event's done, shut down, live stream shut down, everything shut down. Then what are people going to say? People are going to be cheesed that, oh, I spent money on a pay-per-view and it's done. This and that, and you're going to hear. You cannot make everybody happy in battle rap. And I said this the last time I was on 7. You cannot please anybody without pleasing everybody. So please nobody but yourself.
The other situation, Pat Stay versus Calico. To this day, people want to say that Pat Stay lost because he didn't react when Calico flipped his hat. People wanted Pat Stay to swing off or act all tough or do whatever to Calico. So because he didn't, now everybody wants to doubt every tough line that he does. In every battle that he's done since then, there's been a punchline about, well, you didn't do nothing versus Calico.
But Mumbles, let's be clear. We're not going to act like Pat Stay would have beat that battle. We're not saying that, are we?
Oh boy. Okay. Pat Stay is one of my goals. I just embrace that shit.
I'm a big Pat Stay fan, and I will say Pat Stay is top 5, top 10.
Okay.
Best in the world.
I can respect that. Well, check this out, man. I'm not going to hold y'all. I need y'all back here on T7M Radio after the event. I need a recap for the streets. So hopefully y'all will rejoin us. Again, I appreciate y'all calling up real quick. Let the people know where they can follow y'all at on social media and all that.
So you already know Happy Yellow Chick on everything. One Y.
Even on Xbox One.
Oh, God, I love you guys so much.
That's how we are. We're family up in here. So, and then you got me at Ms. Black Pearl on Twitter. That's MZBLACKPEARL. At Ms. Black Pearl Music on Instagram. Abigail Ackham on Facebook. And the artist page is getting ready to drop too as well with some new music and all the other good shit. So look out for that too.
I'm a lot of different places. On Twitter, look at me up. Follow me on Twitter, Kings Court ENT. Follow me on Facebook at Phil Shaw. Follow me on Instagram at Mumbles905. You know how it is. Mr. Mumbles, East 905, Kings Court, United Front. Real niggas say Alpha. Let's go.
And definitely check out alphaleague.com if you guys get a chance, and follow us at everything Alpha League 313.
Shout out to Dollar. Shout out to Dollar. We'll be seeing you.
Oh, and I just have to do a little bit of a plug right now.
Please do.
Definitely need to check out Dollar and Tez Kason from the Mud Brothers. That album is bumping right now. That's what we're going to be bumping all the way down on that road trip. So we got to show love to Dollar and Tez doing their thing.
And it's available on iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, everything. And you can also get that on alphaleagueentertainment.com as well.
That album's fire.
No doubt. Well, salute to y'all, man. Again, appreciate y'all. And we locking in again after the 17th, man. You already know.
Thank you for having
us.
You already know.
Oh, my God. I love
y'all
you.
Be good.
Thanks. Bye.
One.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Danny Myers, and you are tuned in to T7M Radio, Battle Rap's premier radio network.